Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be sharing another Q&A regarding the Ordinary skincare line. Now, as I've mentioned before, I get a ton of questions regarding the Ordinary skincare products, and I have a lot of you asking, can I use this product with this? Can this be used in the morning or should it be used at nighttime? And not only are you guys asking me questions on my YouTube channel, but I have a lot of you emailing me asking me questions, and I have a lot of you DMing me on my Instagram account. So as my channel is growing, it really is becoming harder and harder for me to respond to every single one of you. So that's why I thought that creating these videos was going to be a good idea, and I already got a lot of positive feedback on my previous Q&A on the Ordinary skincare line, so expect these videos monthly. I think I'm going to create maybe 1 or 2 a month depending on what kind of questions I'm getting, and I do get a lot of repetitive questions as well. So this is going to be an area where you can go to, and in case I did not respond to you, then you can come here to see if I've answered your questions on these videos. So of course, if you're interested in finding out what questions you're asking me, then please keep on watching. And I also want to let you guys know as well that I appreciate every single one of you. I really do appreciate you guys watching my videos on an everyday basis, taking time out of your busy lives, and I'm really grateful that you guys ask me questions because you want my advice, and that really makes me feel good and it means a lot. So thank you so much. So let's get right into the first question. So the first one that I have here is, do you mind helping me layer these products? So I purchased the Squalene cleanser, the Niacinamide, glycolic acid, caffeine solution, the rosehip seed oil, as well as the natural moisturizing factors plus hyaluronic acid, and the AHA plus BHA peeling solution. Okay, so you're going to want to use your Squalene cleanser, your niacinamide, caffeine solution, and your moisturizing factors plus hyaluronic acid in the morning. Come nighttime, you're going to want to use your Squalene cleanser again. You can go in with the glycolic acid afterwards. Then you can go in with the niacinamide, and then the rosehip seed oil, and then your moisturizer. Of course, the AHA plus BHA should only be used 1 or 2 times per week, and that should be used at nighttime. When you're using that product, don't use your glycolic acid toner. But any other day, you can use your glycolic acid, and that is exactly how you can incorporate those products. The next question that I have here is, can I use the Ordinary Pycnogenol before hyaluronic acid or after? You definitely want to use your hyaluronic acid first, and I always recommend to use that after you've toned your skin or applied your essence. And follow your other water-based serums on afterwards, and then use your Pycnogenol as your last step before your moisturizer. Now, you can mix the Pycnogenol with your moisturizer, and I do this a lot on evenings. I don't use it every day, but I do like to use Pycnogenol a few times per week. So you can mix it with your moisturizer, but if you don't want to, then you can apply it separately and use it after your hyaluronic acid and before your moisturizer. Can I use the ordinary amino acids in my nighttime skincare routine instead of the morning? And yes, absolutely. You can use the amino acids plus B5 in the morning as well as nighttime, and you can use it twice a day if you'd like. Now, I like to use the amino acids in the morning in combination to my vitamin C serum. That's just how I like to incorporate that serum, but you can definitely use the amino acids at nighttime. That is totally fine. Can I use the ordinary glycolic acid and the lactic acid on alternate days? And yes, absolutely, and this is exactly how I would recommend for you to use this. So if you are into acids and you have different types at home, you want to make sure that you're using all of these acids separately on different nights of the week. So if you have a glycolic acid toner, you're going to want to use that, let's say, on a Monday. And if you have a lactic acid, you're going to want to use that at nighttime on Tuesday night, and alternate days that way. When it comes to acids, you don't want to be combining all of your acids together because this is going to make your skin more sensitive, more irritation can occur, and it's not necessary to use a lot of acids in one routine because a lot of them do similar things, other than some are higher strength and some are lower strength acids. So it's best to keep these separately and use them on alternate days. Okay, so where's that question? I just passed it here, and oh, this actually has nothing to do with the Ordinary Skincare line, but somebody actually just wrote me here and said, I love your accent. Now, I really didn't think that us Canadians had a distinct accent. I really didn't. I know we are famous for saying A, and I definitely say that a lot. I don't think I've ever said it in any of my videos before, but I know when I hear an American talk or an Australian talk, you guys have accents, but I really didn't think that us Canadians had a distinct accent. So if I do, let me know. I'd love to know your feedback on that. But the question is, and let me see here. Here's the question. So I've actually had 2 people ask me this question, and the question is, can I use the AHA plus BHA peeling solution when breastfeeding? Now, I responded to this person and I said that I was not 100% certain on this answer, and I really don't want to give you a yes or no answer because I literally don't know, and I don't want to give you false information. I know that if you are using a retinol, a retinoid, retin-A, tretinoin, if you're using a vitamin A product, you should not be using that while pregnant, and I think you should not be using it while you're breastfeeding as well. But when it comes to the peeling solution, I am not 100% certain on that. So I would definitely contact The Ordinary or contact Decium and ask them that question directly and to get a real answer. And once you have that answer, and if you are curious, leave them in the comments below for other people to see, because I personally don't know if you can or not, and this is definitely something that you're going to want to make sure before you start to use a product like that. So the next question that I have here is regarding the AHA plus BHA peeling solution, and they want to know if they can use the peeling solution before cleansing. And no, I would recommend for you to cleanse your skin first. You want to make sure that your skin is clean from oil, dirt, makeup. You want to start with a clean canvas, and then you want to go in with the AHA plus BHA peeling solution, leave it on for a few minutes or to the 10-minute mark, no more than 10 minutes, rinse off, and then go in with a toner or an essence, and then follow your serums and moisturizer afterwards. So you want to make sure that you do have clean skin before applying the peeling solution. Next question that I have here is, should I apply my ordinary ascorbic acid plus alpha arbutin, which is a vitamin C, then my marine hyaluronics? Now, you can do either or, but if you have used the marine hyaluronics before, it's very watery. It's basically like water. It's such a thin consistency, and because of that, I would recommend to use the marine hyaluronics first and then go in with the ordinary ascorbic acid plus alpha arbutin, because that one is a thicker serum and it's almost like an oil texture as well. So you want to apply your thinnest water-based serums first and then your thicker serums on afterwards. Now, you can do the opposite way. It's still going to be fine if you do it that way, but if you want better absorption and layering, I would suggest to apply the marine hyaluronics first and then the ascorbic acid plus alpha arbutin. So the next question I have here is, I currently have the Ordinary Squalene cleanser. Do we apply this on wet skin or dry skin? And it depends on how you're using this. If you're somebody that wears makeup, you can actually use the Squalene cleanser as a makeup remover. So I would suggest to apply the Squalene cleanser right to your skin without dampening your face, and just massage it all over to loosen up your makeup. Then rinse your skin off and then go in and double cleanse with the Squalene cleanser again. Now, if you're somebody that does not wear makeup, or you're washing your face in the morning with the Squalene cleanser, then yes, I would definitely dampen your skin before applying the Squalene cleanser to your skin, because you're going to see that it's going to lather better and it's going to spread across the skin a lot better. Now, when it comes to the Squalene cleanser, you do need to apply a fair amount to get a good lather, and it works best if you do have water involved. So yes, I would definitely apply water to your skin before using the Squalene cleanser. The next question that I have here is, how much does a bottle last when it comes to the ordinary oils? And this depends on how often you're using the oil, of course. If you're using this every day, then you're going to go through it a lot quicker than somebody who is using an oil a few times per week. Now, when it comes to the oils, you only need about 2 to 3 drops, maybe 4 drops maximum, to apply to your skin as well as your neck. So you don't need a lot of drops, and a little little bit does go a long way when it comes to the oils. And if you're mixing it with your moisturizer, you only need a couple of drops. But if you're applying it directly to your skin, then you may need 2 to 3 to 4 drops, depending on how much you want to apply. So I would probably say that if you are using this every day, you would probably go through one maybe once a month, once every month and a half. But if you're using it only a few times a week or a couple of times a month, then you can probably get a couple of months out of it. So it just depends on how you're using it. But for me personally, it would probably last me a few months because I don't use an oil every day. But a little bit does go a long way, and it's super affordable. So even if you go through it pretty quickly, at least it's not too expensive to purchase another one. The other question I have here is, can I use the Squalene Cleanser, Glycolic Acid Toner, Niacinamide, and the moisturizer together? And yes, absolutely. This is a perfect routine. This is the steps that you want to take to layer those products. And when it comes to niacinamide, you can use this with Glycolic Acid Toner. You can also use it with a lactic or salicylic acid. And if there's a night where you're using the AHA plus BHA peeling solution, after you have rinsed that off, you can definitely use niacinamide as one of your water-based serums. So yes, this routine sounds perfect. Now, I've also had a few people ask me this question as well, and I literally have never experienced this before. So somebody has asked if the marine hyaluronics has a terrible smell to it, and the word that they said was vomit. Now, that isn't the first time I've heard this. Somebody else asked me about the Ordinary Buffet. They said that it also smelled very unpleasant to them, and I personally have never experienced that with any of the Ordinary skincare products. I use the Buffet and the Matrixyl all the time. I use Marine Hyaluronics a few times per week, and I've had many bottles of these. Except for the Marine Hyaluronics, I've only had 2 bottles of that. But the Buffet and Matrixyl, I have bought numerous bottles before, and I've never ever experienced that in my life. Now, I know that the bee oil from The Ordinary does have a distinct earthy scent to it, and that liquid is actually green, and it's because of the ingredients that are in it, and The Ordinary does say that it does and can smell earthy. I know that that smells earthy. It actually doesn't bother me. I actually quite like it, but never have I ever experienced a unpleasant vomit scent to any of the Marine Hyaluronics or the Buffet. So I'm not sure where you're purchasing these products from, but you may want to contact Decium and ask them if this is normal and maybe it's a bad batch, but I have never experienced this ever. So I actually get asked this question a lot on my channel, and it's regarding the AHA plus BHA peeling solution. So this person wants to know what they can use before and after the peeling solution. Now, when it comes to beforehand, you don't want to have any products on your skin. You just want to start off with a cleansed face. Once you've used a cleanser and you've rinsed it off, you then go in with your AHA plus BHA peeling solution. Once that product is rinsed off, you can basically use anything from the Ordinary skincare line other than acids like glycolic, lactic, salicylic acid. You don't want to be using a vitamin C in that combination. You don't want to be using your peptides, which is your Buffet and Matrixyl, and you also don't want to be using any retinoids or retinols. So don't use those products after the AHA plus BHA peeling solution, but anything else from the Ordinary skincare line like niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, your oils, that is completely fine to use afterwards. So this is another question that I get all the time, and the question is, can I use my vitamin C from The Ordinary in the same routine as the niacinamide? I have heard mixed reviews that these two should not be used together. Now, if you go to the Ordinary website, The Ordinary does say not to use niacinamide with their vitamin C products. Now, there is a lot of old research and studies that say that you should not combine these two together as they do conflict with one another. New studies have come out that I have read and that I have seen on YouTube that these two actually pair nicely together. So there is brands out there that actually incorporate niacinamide in their vitamin C serum, and Summer Fridays is one of them, for an example. I did do a review on their vitamin C serum last year, and if you want to see that video, I will link it below, but there is niacinamide in that vitamin C serum. So I would say yes, go ahead, use the two together, but if you still don't feel comfortable, then just separate them and use your vitamin C in the morning and your niacinamide at nighttime. does the niacinamide serum have a thicker texture to it? I've never purchased it before. And yes, it definitely does. It's very, very similar to the ordinary hyaluronic acid plus B5. They are sticky and they are definitely thicker than most other serums from the Ordinary skincare line. So yes, it's definitely thicker, and because of that, I would stick with your more thinner consistency serums first before applying the niacinamide, because if you do it the opposite, sometimes you will experience pilling and having your products ball off your skin. I experience this a lot, especially if I get carried away in my routine, and then sometimes if I apply an SPF on top of my niacinamide, then sometimes I do experience pilling as well. So yes, it is definitely a thicker texture. Less is more. You only need 2 to 3 drops of this product. The spreadability is really nice, and you don't want to use too many products in combination to the niacinamide, especially in the morning if you want to apply makeup, because you can experience pilling and having these products ball off your skin. So the last question that I'm going to answer in this video is, if I use the Ordinary Buffet and the hyaluronic acid, which one should I put on first and then second? So really, it doesn't matter which one you put on first, but I would definitely recommend to apply the hyaluronic acid on before the buffet, because I like to have my hyaluronic acid laid down first, as this is a humectant. This is going to penetrate into the deeper layers of your skin, and you want to seal your hyaluronic acids with other serums and your moisturizer. So if you're just using the buffet and hyaluronic acid in your routine, I would definitely apply the hyaluronic acid after your toner or your essence, then go in with your buffet, and then go right in with your moisturizer and SPF afterwards. So that is everything in today's video, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. And I will be having more videos like this coming in the near future, and I am going to have another video coming soon on a Q&A regarding skincare questions. So not only do I get a lot of questions on the Ordinary products, but I do get a lot of questions on skincare related stuff as well, like skin types, sunscreens, and so much more. So stay tuned for these videos coming soon. So of course, I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys then. Bye guys.